The following is an evening darshan question and answer session given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on May 8, 2018 in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India.
He was very innovative when it came to raising funds.
Srila Prabhupada was very innovative when it came to raising funds.
He arranged that the BBT would give something for building the building.
He arranged that the BBT would give something for building the buildings
and also reprint the books.
and also reprint the books.
So, the books were one of the sources of income.
So the books were one of the sources of income.
He also established the ISKCON life membership system.
He also established the ISKCON Life membership system.
First, he established a life membership of 1111.
At first, he established a life membership at 1111.
He kept it low because he wanted to cultivate the members.
He kept it low because he wanted to cultivate the members.
Patrons and he would go out and take prasadam at the illustrious houses.
For the patrons, and he would go out and take prasadam at illustrious houses.
I said that now giving donation for me to eat.
So he said, they're giving donations for me to eat.
So I went to life patrons.
So he went to a number of life patrons.
Gradually the patron membership was increased.
Gradually the patron membership was increased.
I don't know in his presence how much it was increased.
I don't know in his presence how much it was increased.
But I went from 1111 to 2222.
It went from 1111 to 2222 and so on.
And that became a source of grants and over India.
That became a source of friends and income over India.
A set of books and some privileges were given.
A set of books and some privileges were given.
And he was having a big candle He also
He was having a big pendle in Kolkata.
had capacity of 30,000 people.
It had a capacity of 30,000 people.
And he invited Canadian High Commissioner and various VIPs.
And he had invited the Canadian High Commissioner and various VIPs.
When he got a letter on this was cut out and pasted on an postal card.
He got a letter that was cut out and pasted on a postal card
And said, "Fly or die."
It said, "Fly or die." Nice message.
So he called the police
So he called the police
and asked them what he should do.
and asked them what he should do.
They said they would give extra security.
So they said they would give him extra security.
He was preparing to provide sumptuous prasadam
He was preparing to provide sumptuous prasadam
for preparation
for preparations.
and khichdi, puri, chutney, and halwa.
Khichdi, chutney, halwa, and puris.
So people never saw such opulent free prasadam.
So people never saw such opulent free prasadam.
I was assigned with the duty of arranging the handle
So I was assigned the duty of arranging the pandal,
and all Krishna. He went on to the land.
and Tamakrishna Maharaj went out to Mayapur for the land.
Although was in great anxiety to get the land.
Prabhupada was in great anxiety to get the land.
So Tamakrishna, he arranged the land and wrote down every note number.
So Tamakrishna Maharaj arranged the land. He wrote down every note number,
Which is unheard of.
which is unheard of.
Every still number of every rupee was written down.
Every serial number of every rupee was written down.
And the farmers who sold the land,
And the farmers who sold the land,
they wrote pickup truck
they rode on a pickup truck
and other sticks.
and had their sticks.
This is when the land was 1,100 rupees an acre.
This is when the land was 1,100 rupees a bighha.
Now it's 14 lakh, 10 lakh a deal.
Now it's 14 lakhs, 10 lakhs per katha.
And then it was much cheaper.
Then it was much cheaper.
I bought some land by a local, which was 500 rupees.
I bought some land at the Gurukul, which was about 500 rupees
a bill.
a bigha.
That's 20 acres. Not 20 katas.
That's 20 kathas
And a bill.
in 1 bigha.
So, all that was very relieved when the land was purchased.
Prabhupada was very relieved when the land was purchased,
And all Krishna showed the land registration,
and Tamal Krishna showed the land registration,
which was this registration paper
which was the registration paper
with all the serial numbers.
with all the serial numbers.
I don't think anyone had ever done such a thing.
I don't think anyone had ever done such a thing.
But it wasn't too much. I should have gone.
You couldn't do too much with Srila Prabhupada.
This road, without a doubt, now the land was paid for.
This proved without a doubt that the land was paid for.
So, I think that we bought 2 holdings,
I think we bought 2 holdings,
2 bills, or 4 bills.
2 bhighas or 4 bhighas.
All of its ashes marking out where would be the house, where would be the temple.
So Prabhupada was out with ashes, marking where would be the guest house, where would be the temple.
Was the land that was the Gurukul land.
With the land that was the Gurukul land,
About 100 students,
there were about 100 students,
and Prabhupada, he said, we should have 500 students.
and Prabhupada said we should have 500 students.
Now the Gurukul has another part.
Now the Gurukul has another part.
At that time, the Gurukul was at the Goshala Gurukul part.
But at that time the Gurukul was at the Goshala Gurukul part.
So, stayed in the grass hut,
So we stayed in the grass hut,
and there was a flood.
and there was a flood.
So, the devotee was in the hut.
The devotee that was in the hut? The devotee that was in the hut the water raised up.
And looked like he was going to drown.
It looked like he was going to drown.
So he swam under the veranda
So he swam under the veranda
and went to the next Gaudiya Mutt.
and went to the next Gaudiya Mutt.
And then was Viprasudama.
His name was Vipra Sudama,
And that was the first flood.
so that was our first flood.
We moved to Mayapur.
When we moved to Mayapur,
There was another flood.
there was another flood,
And at first, we gave out hot rice and soaked chickpeas.
At first, we gave out flat rice and soaked chickpeas.
And then we also firewood. We had some khichdi.
Then when we got some firewood, we had some khichdi.
The villagers, some Hindus, some Muslims.
The villagers, some were Hindus and some were Muslims. We distributed prasadam to them.
And I asked Muslims, no problem. Our food.
I asked the Muslims, do you have any problem taking our food?
I said, food is food.
They said, food is food.
So they are happy.
So they were happy.
I was returning from giving out prasadam.
I was returning from giving out prasadam.
There was a banana tree.
And there was a banana tree.
And there was a snake on the tree.
And there was a snake on the tree.
Cobra.
There was a cobra.
So, how to proceed?
So how to proceed?
So it'll do the cobra and my or
With your oar.
I was able to knock the cobra with my oar.
And in the long building, one daughter found 50 snakes.
And in the long building, one devotee found 50 snakes.
At the one gate, and also many snakes.
And at the front gate, there were also many snakes. When I went out to distribute prasadam, there was a small tree. And I inadvertently put my hand on the tree.
I didn't notice. The tree was filled with ants.
I didn't notice that the tree was filled with ants.
And I got caught by stinging ants.
And my arm got covered by stinging ants.
So, those times, I didn't really know how to distribute the prasadam.
In those times, we didn't really know how to distribute the prasadam.
People were waiting out to their waist.
So people were wading up to their waists,
The chest.
up to their chests.
Pots to get
At the aluminum pots to get their khichdi.
We made a deal with the village leaders.
Later, we made a deal with the village leaders.
And they made a list of all the hungry people.
And they made a list of all the hungry people.
They called out each family,
So we called up each family,
and depending how many members there were for each family,
and depending how many members there were for each family,
we give them that quantity of prasad.
we would give them that quantity of prasadam.
So this was very systematic.
So this was very systematic.
In the long building, we had maybe 1,000 people who were feeding.
And at the long building, we had maybe 1,000 people who we were feeding.
The government sent
The government sent
a helicopter,
a helicopter,
and they dropped about 5 loaves of bread.
and they dropped about 5 loaves of bread.
All the people fighting over the bread.
And all the people were fighting over the bread.
Anyway, it was hot enough to feed anyone.
But anyway, it was hardly enough to feed anyone.
I was saying that those people, the government distributed prasad.
They were saying in the newspaper that the government was distributing prasadam.
So,
It was a joke.
so when there's a fire, all around gets prepared for flood relief.
So when there's a flood, our whole ashram gets prepared for flood relief.
When they have the local students would come and chant prayers in Sanskrit, Shiva.
When we had the Gurukul students come and chant prayers in Sanskrit for Srila Prabhupada, there was a group of Nepali Brahmins, and they chanted mantras.
And now, any ceremony in Mayapur, there's local students that chant invocations.
Now, at any ceremony in Mayapur, there are Gurukul students who chant invocations.
Gurma said that the Prabhupada liked the storm, special storm in Mayapur.
I was in the month of April, May,
In Mayapur, in the month of April, May,
the whole Vaishakis, whole Vaishakis,
Kal Vaishakis.
gale force winds,
What force?
gale
There would be gale force winds,
60 kilometers,
like 60 kilometers.
sometimes she'll go off. He would keep the window open,
Sometimes Srila Prabhupada would keep his window open,
and then right now, when his room,
and let the wind flow to his room.
his window had a latch. You could latch it closed or latch it open.
Each window had a latch, so you could latch it closed or latch it open.
Sometimes Prabhupada liked the wind.
Sometimes Prabhupada liked the wind.
That was. He also solicited some models of the LVP.
He also solicited some models of the TOVP.
He had various models on display,
And he had various models on display,
trying to decide which model to use.
trying to decide which model to use.
Usually, models are made by Suryadas.
Usually the models were made by Surabhidas,
Sometimes by others.
sometimes by others.
So Prabhupada, he wanted to see this better temple of the China made.
So Prabhupada wanted to see this Vedic temple of the planetarium made.
So he laid 2 foundation stones,
So he laid 2 foundation stones,
one at the front,
one at the front
one at the back.
and one at the back.
On the back, he also did weak.
In the back he was a bit weak,
I asked Nana, all the devotees, put there in the compound.
so he asked me and a few other devotees to put the plaque in the ground for him.
They found out what was the duties and put the foundation there.
What was
Duties.
due east? We found out what was due east and put the plaque there.
And all duties, right?
You know what due east is, right?
And normally, our compass is magnetic east.
Usually a compass is magnetic east.
The duties is calculated by the sun.
Due east is calculated by the sun.
And put us all around in the ground,
You put a long rod in the ground,
draw a circle around the ground,
draw a circle around,
and then you see where the morning sun crosses it, and where the evening sun crosses it.
and you see where the morning sun crosses it and where the evening sun crosses it.
And then you draw a line between the two.
And then you draw a line between the two.
That's due east.
That's due east.
Or the loss of people days to find the due east.
So it took us a few days to find due east.
And we went place the Ananda Shesha.
And then we went and placed the Ananta Shesha.
And also a small small baby.
There was also a small Gopal deity,
And that was worshipped by Vishima.
and that was worshipped by Bhishma.
Someone stole that.
But someone stole that.
They stole that. They stole the Ananda Shesha.
And the Ananta Shesh. He stole that and the Ananta Shesh.
And the other things they left alone.
But the other things they left alone.
So Prabhupada, he said, he wanted to personally do the foundation.
So Prabhupada said that he personally wanted to do the foundation.
That's why he asked me and others to do it on his behalf.
That's why he asked me and others to do it on his behalf.
And since he said, however he left his body, he would have listless body and Vrindavan or Mayapur.
Since he said that wherever he left his body, he would accordingly have his Pushpa Samadhi in Vrindavan or Mayapur.
So I was very afraid that something would be stolen.
I was very afraid that something would be stolen.
So we went to whole walk with Prabhupada's footsteps and other things.
So we put the gold box with Prabhupada's pushpas and other things
And about a ton of cement.
in about a ton of cement.
We wanted to be sure that it wasn't taken.
We wanted to be sure that it was not taken.
So since it was a golden lock, you could never say,
Since it was a golden box, you could never say.
oh, we put so much cement that nobody could take it.
But we put so much cement that nobody could take it.
So these are some of the things which happened in my world. This is all.
So these were some of the things which happened in Mayapur with Srila Prabhupada.
Any questions?
Any questions? Please accept my humble obeisances, Guru Maharaj. Tell about the time there was a snake in the pipes in Srila Prabhupada's room and he called you to find and take care of it. Paneshwari Lakshmi Devi Dasi.
I tell this story.
You see, I think I told this story.
There was a snake was trying to bite Srila.
A snake was trying to bite Srila Prabhupada.
I was called and I had to destroy the snake.
So I was called and I had to destroy the snake.
But snakes always go in pairs.
But snakes always go in pairs.
So they say that one snake looks in the eyes of the other.
They say that one snake looks in the eyes of another.
And here's the one. Here's the one that killed my mate.
And then he says, here's the one that killed my mate.
And then they all look until they find that person.
And then they'll look until they find that person.
So we were trying to find a snake.
So we were trying to find a snake.
But it was, she was in the pipe.
But he or she was in the pipe.
And we couldn't retrieve her.
And we couldn't retrieve her.
But we were able to save Srila Prabhupada.
But we were able to save Srila Prabhupada.
Only if you kill one snake, you have to burn it.
Normally when you kill one snake, you have to burn it. Before the sun sets.
That's what the villagers say.
That's what the villagers say.
So, in this case, we couldn't find.
But in this case, we could not find. Do you want to tell Cobra's story about when workers were seeing giant cobra and would not work? Hari Dhwani Devidasi.
I told that story also.
I told that story also.
In the book.
It's in the book that we're about to publish.
Big black cobra.
The black cobra?
Black.
It was a black cobra.
And it went into a brick pile.
And he went into a brick pile.
So none of the workers would go near the pile.
So none of the workers would go near the pile.
And I went with a shotgun.
And I went with a shotgun
to find the snake.
To find the snake.
There was in a field of long grass.
And then I was in the field with long grass.
And someone on the roof of the building said, watch out, there.
And someone on the roof said, watch out, he's right there.
I couldn't see where he was.
I couldn't see where he was.
Grass.
It was all grass.
So I was in a precarious situation.
So I was in a precarious situation.
Some devotee came and threw a rod.
Some devotee came and threw a rod.
Snakes are very fast.
Snakes are very fast.
And then the snake came up.
So then the snake came up.
And I could see the snake.
And I could see the snake.
Shot it.
And I shot it.
So, and then we burned that one.
We burned that one.
And the workers went back to work.
Then the workers went back to work. Dear Guru Maharaj, can you share with us anything special which Srila Prabhupada really liked when it came to Mayapur Dham?
I remember once he said that he wanted hot milk.
I remember once he said that he wanted hot milk.
The cook asked how hot.
So the cook asked, how hot?
Said as hot as possible.
He said, as hot as possible.
The cook went out and back with the hot milk.
So the cook went out and came back with hot milk.
So hot that burned Prabhupada's hand.
So hot that it burnt Prabhupada's hand.
He said it's too hot.
And then he said, it's too hot.
Well, he said hot as possible.
Prabhupada, you said as hot as possible.
Yes, but not impossible.
Yes, but not impossible.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare